It's time for our live parade coverage, so I'm going to turn over the broadcast to the parade announcer, Craig Schuler, and I'll see you at the end of the parade.
And once again, heading up our escort division for today's parade, the Dearborn Police Honor Guard, Police Chief Ronald Haddad. The Dearborn Police Department includes approximately 200 sworn male and female officers, standing on guard to protect our safety 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The city of Dearborn invests almost 50 cents of every tax dollar on public safety services. Where are they? And now passing the reviewing stand, the Dearborn Allied War Veterans Council Commander, Philip S. Smith. Commander Smith is joined today in today's parade by his grandson Joey and fellow parade committee members Sean Green's daughter, Isabella. Commander Smith served 27 years with the U.S. Marine Corps and is the recipient of many awards and will be conducting the remembrance ceremony following today's parade. Next up, we have one of today's Grand Marshals, United States Senator Carl Levin. Senator Levin has served Michigan in the U.S. Senate since 1978. He has been on the Senate Armed Services Committee where he spearheaded several POW MIA initiatives. Now passing in review, our second Grand Marshal, Ambassador Charles A. Ray, riding in a red Mustang convertible driven by Bill Bazzi, who served in the United States Marine Corps. Ambassador Charles A. Ray was the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for POW and Missing Personnel Affairs and the Director of Defense, Prisoner of War and Missing Personnel Office from 2006 to 2009. Ladies and gentlemen, now passing in review are this year's Special Parade Grand Marshal, Major Christopher Stone. Major Stone served in the Kosovo War in March 1999. He and his comrades were captured by Serbian forces near the Yugoslav-Macedonian border. They were held as POWs for 32 days before their release and return to America. Riding with Major Stone is his wife Lori and his son. Please join me in honoring our Grand Marshal and Special Parade Marshals and extend the warmest Dearborn welcome. Next up, we have the Parade Committee and Dearborn Allied War Veterans Council, the DAWV Senior Vice Commander, Gino Polidori, with his wife, Betty. We have the VA Medical Center ex-POW Support Group, the nation's largest therapeutic group for POWs, led by Advocate Wayne Byram. Of course, you can't miss them. Next up, we have the Dearborn High School Band, Jeff Oshnock, Director. Next up, we have more of our parade committee from the Dearborn Allied War Veterans Council. Nancy Dologensky, riding with her husband Jeff. Tom Wilson, riding with his granddaughter Haley. And Sean Green. Sean also helped organize today's parade and is a decorated former U.S. Navy explosive ordnance disposal tech that was detached to a SEAL team unit. Now passing in review, the 2012-2013 Veteran of the Year, Richard Grisbienda, with his wife, Ruth. And next up, we have past Veterans of the Year. 2007 past veteran, Frank Palacio. 'We also have past Veterans of the Year, 1987, Dave Dumas. And there's 2007 past veteran Frank Palacio. I think we skipped by 2005, John Ruslowski. We also have Dearborn past Grand Marshal and World War II veteran Audrey Myers. We also had 2004 past veteran Al Torknesi. And now, John Ruslowski and his wife, Joan. This is the 60th anniversary of the Korean War commemoration. John, a Korean War veteran, invites everyone to a special ceremony in July. 2008 past veteran Gary Tanner from the parade committee and his wife Agnes and his two boys as well. Next up, we have elected local, county, state, and national officials. Councilwoman Nancy Hubbard. Any second, everyone? Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, now passing in review, the mayor of the hometown of automotive pioneer Henry Ford, the Honorable John B. Jack O'Reilly Jr. And also from the Dearborn City Council, we have Council President Tom Tefelsky. Councilman Robert Abraham, Councilman Brian O'Donnell, Councilman David Bazzi, Councilman Mark Shushanian, Dearborn City Clerk Kathleen Buda. From the 19th District Court, the Honorable Chief Judge Sam Salome, the Honorable Judge William C. Hultgren, and the Honorable Judge Mark Summers. And from the Dearborn School Board, President Pamela Adams, Vice President Hussein Berry, Secretary Joe Guido, James Schoolmaster, Trustee Mary Lane, Trustee Roxanne McDonald, and Trustee Amy Blackburn-Scholes. Representing Henry Ford Community College, Napoleon Quick, the HFCC Military and Veterans Counselor. The United States Congressman John Dingell and Mrs. Debbie Dingell. Dearborn's representatives in the Michigan Legislature, Senator Morris Hood III, State Representative George Deraney, Robert Ficano, Wayne County Executive, Wayne County Commissioner Gary Warnchuk, State Representative Harvey Santana. Next up, from the Dearborn Police Department, the Dearborn Police Bomb Truck and Armored Personnel Carrier. The bomb truck is a 2009 GMC 550 with a custom-built utility area. It was purchased for a cost of $145,000 using Homeland Security funds. No local tax dollars used in the purchase of that vehicle. And the Peacekeeper Armored Personnel Carrier, built on a 1981 Ranger Commando chassis. Heading up our first division, the Marine Color Guard, the United States Marine Corps Marine Color Guard. The United States European Command, the active duty members from the United States European Command Joint Military Analysis Center support joint military operations around the world. Members in today's parade have been deployed all over the world, multiple times in support of peace and humanitarian missions. The Marine Corps Hummer, led by Sergeant Casada from the Marine Recruiting Station of Detroit, based in Troy. United States Marines are a rapid response force, most ready when the nation is least ready. From humanitarian relief efforts to combat operations, from air, land, and sea, to every time and every place, the Marine Corps is ready to answer our nation's call. Next up in today's parade, we have the Memorial Caisson. Members of the Buffalo Soldiers. The piper is Terrence Bradley, and the horses are provided by Warren Atwell and Camelot Farms. This empty casket on the caisson today symbolizes Memorial Day and honors those who sacrificed for our country. Members of the Buffalo Soldiers are also leading the caisson procession today. We also had the Montford Point Detachment Marine Corps League, along with the Tuskegee Airmen Detroit chapter. Lieutenant Colonel Lawrence Milben, retired. Lieutenant Colonel Milben is the historian for the Detroit chapter of the Tuskegee Airmen and also the former commander of Selfridge Air National Guard Base. The Montford Point Detachment of the Marine Corps League is a veterans organization located in Detroit. Last year, they were awarded a Congressional Gold Medal in recognition of their personal sacrifice and their service to the country. Now passing by the reviewing stand, the American Czech veterans of World War II. Leading the group today are Commander Hubert Feitel and his wife Verdella, who are both Fordson High School graduates of the class of 1948 and lifetime Dearborn residents. Charles Sakay, a longtime member of the American Czech veterans of World War II, is also riding with them today. The General Henry Dearborn, AMVETS Post Number 4, Commander Craig Tillman. The post is involved in Veterans Affairs, needs, and activities. Several members of the post are part of the Dearborn Allied War Veterans Council Honor Guard that performs at veterans' funerals and other events. AMVETS Ladies Auxiliary Post Number 45, Rose Solak, President. She's riding with Army and Marine veterans Ricky Kachum in a 450 Ronley Edition 2005 Mustang built by Livernois Motorsports and driven by owner Norma Wallace. We also have the Michigan Military Moms. The Michigan Military Moms is a support organization made up of moms, grandmas, and aunts. They support their sons and daughters who are currently serving and who have previously served. They also support each other with meetings, seminars, and speakers. For more information, visit their website at michiganmilitarymoms.org. Special thanks to LaFontaine Chevrolet Lansing for providing their vehicles today. Next up, we have the American Legion Fort Dearborn Post 364 and the American Legion Riders and the Sons of the American Legion Fort Dearborn Post 364. Also included in the American Legion Fort Dearborn Post 364 is the Ladies Auxiliary. Detachment 152 Marine Corps League. Marching with Detachment 152, the River Rouge Marine Corps Junior ROTC. Dearborn Detachment number 152 Marine Corps League is led by Philip Smith. The Commandant, Dearborn Detachment 152 is comprised of active, retired, and reserve Marines and other services as associate members. They also have an auxiliary as well. Next up, we have Ford Motor Post number 173. American Legion Ford Motor Post number 173, Craig Tillman, Commander. Commander Tillman is also the Homeless Veterans Task Force Coordinator for the American Legion Department of Michigan. We have the Catholic War Veterans, Dearborn Post 1540, led by Commander John Benzik, Adjutant Mary Husson. The Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 267, Raul Flores, President. James L. Heward, VVA Chapter 267, was formed in 1986 and named after Dearborn High School alum Captain James L. Heward, who was a POW, listed as MIA in Vietnam, and was later found to have given the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. Next up, we have the 82nd Airborne Division, James Etherton Chapter, Chairman Pat Roberts, leading the American Guards of Honor today. The 82nd Airborne Division was activated during World War II on March 25, 1942, under the command of Major General Omar Bradley. Since then, America's Guard of Honor has seen action in Africa, Sicily, Italy, France, the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, the Dominican Republic, Vietnam, Grenada, Panama, and the Persian Gulf. Now passing in review, the 101st Airborne Division Association, Michigan Chapter. The Screaming Eagles of the 101st marching in today's parade are veterans of World War II, Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Marching with the 101st Vets are members of the 1st Special Service Horse Association, better known as the Devil's Brigade, the Joint U.S.-Canadian Commando Unit of World War II. The modern American and Canadian Special Operations Forces trace their heritage back to this unit. Accompanying them are Canadian veterans of World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and Afghanistan.
Shakes your hand for doing what you do.
Thank you. Now passing by in review, the Corporal Ian M. Gray, Chapter 51, Disabled American Veterans, Commander Thomas Hoole. The mission of the DAV Chapter 51 is to serve their comrades, their communities, and their country, devoted to the cause of improving and advancing the condition, health, and interest of all injured and disabled veterans. Chapter 1 of the DAV marching with Ian Gray, Chapter 51 today. And our first flyover. I believe that was the B-25. Yep, that's the B-25 Yankee Lady, a twin-engine bomber used by Allied forces. Taking an honor flight in her today are two Dearborn residents. Sergeant Zach Potter, who had 2 tours in Iraq with the Army National Guard, and Corporal Bill Betts. He served in the Marines in both Desert Storm and Desert Shield. The B-25 bomber is from the Yankee Air Museum at Willow Run Airport. Bomber coming around for the second pass. And now passing the reviewing stand, the Polish Legion American Veterans Dearborn Post 75, along with the Ladies Auxiliary. Commander of Post 75 is Tom Sukin, along with Ruth Prisbienda, the president of the Ladies Auxiliary. The ritual team manager carrying the flag is former prisoner of war Emil Waliba. Mr. Waliba was captured at the Battle of the Bulge and liberated at the end of World War II. He has marched in Dearborn's Memorial Day Parade for decades. Next up, we have the Department of Michigan Jewish War Veterans of the United States of America, led by Gerald Order. The Jewish War Veterans is the oldest active veterans organization in the country and was formed by a group of Civil War veterans. March 15, 1896. Great thanks to the Yankee Air Museum for our flyovers today. Next up, we've got the Military Motorcycle Squad led by Commander Ralph McCoy. They have been together for 3 years. Marching today are veterans and active duty military from Detroit, Ferndale, Port Huron, Dearborn, Southgate, and all over the Detroit metro area, representing different eras and wars. The organization supports our troops and veterans. Joining them today are kids, foot soldiers, and civilians. The group had the help of Home Depot to create the missiles in their display that represent the 517th Hawk Missile Battalion, Commander McCoy's former unit. And the actual motorcycles of the Military Motorcycle Squad. And once again, the missiles on their display float representing the 517th Hawk Missile Battalion, again, of which Commander McCoy, it was his former unit. Heading up our 2nd Division, the Dearborn Fire Department Color and Honor Guard. The officers and members of the Dearborn Fire Department respond to nearly 10,000 fire and medical emergency alarms per year. Once again, leading our 2nd Division, ladies and gentlemen, the Dearborn Fire Department. And next up in today's parade, the City of Dearborn Community Emergency Response Team, better known as CERT. The Dearborn CERT team is made up of volunteer citizens who come out and assist the first responders at times of large emergencies and or disasters. They've been around for 8 years under the coordination of Fire Captain Brad Smith. The CERT team is well over 400 persons strong and has helped out with the Dundee tornadoes, search and rescue, training events with the police and fire, as well as victims and role players. The Dearborn CERT team has been awarded the State of Michigan Citizen Corps Team of the Year in 2012 and given a citation from the mayor and the city council as well. And I see them helping out with today's parade in different facets as well. Thank you very much. Next up, the Bryant Middle School Band, Rick Pierce, director. Led by Bob McDonald. The Department of Veterans Affairs, Pontiac Veterans Center, number 438. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection Explorer Post, number 306. Marching today, honoring those who gave the ultimate sacrifice to protect our country. The Customs and Border Protection Explorer program offers opportunities in character building, good citizenship, and fitness for young men and women ages 14 through 21. CBP has law enforcement explorer posts both at ports of entry and at border patrol sectors, which provide explorers with practical training and hands-on experience in federal law enforcement related activities. Now passing in review, the Dearborn Federation of Neighborhood Associations. The Dearborn Federation of Neighborhood Associations is an umbrella organization representing many local neighborhood groups who promote and support the quality of life for residents and businesses in their individual communities. Mary Petlichkoff, riding in the red convertible Mustang driven by John Cascardo, our neighborhood redevelopment coordinator. Next up, we have the Rotary Club of Dearborn, led by Robert Glechoff. In 2013, Dearborn Rotary celebrated its 90th anniversary serving the city of Dearborn, its residents, and the world. Rotarians are business, academic, medical, and government professionals with focus and commitment and dedicated mission of placing service above self. The Yemeni American Benevolent Association, also known as YABA, led by Ali Al-Makani and Ali S. Ali. A helpful hand for all your needs. YABA lives in the heart of the American community. Next up, we have the Maltese American Community Club, led by Rita Velacruz. The Maltese American Community Club has been serving our community and preserving the Maltese culture for over 30 years. Representing the Maltese American Community Club is Miss Malta 2013, Miss Megan Grima, and her assistants Natalie Matani and Dominic Matani, who are dressed in traditional Maltese costumes. Now passing by the reviewing stand, the Polish Alliance Dancers of Dearborn, led by Donna Kotolowski. The Polish Alliance Dancers of Dearborn and Polanie Song and Dance Ensemble provide instruction in authentic Polish folk dance. The General Pulaski Polish Language School provides Polish language lessons. All three schools have been teaching youth and adults in the Polish American community and southeastern Michigan since 1963. In 2013, the Polish Alliance Dancers of Dearborn are celebrating their 50th anniversary. Come discover the beauty of Poland and your Polish heritage with the Polish Alliance Dancers of Dearborn. Next up, passing in review, the Yemeni American Heritage Association. The Yemeni American Heritage Association honors our veterans today, led by the group's board members representing Yemeni residents in Dearborn. This group has over 300 members. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget you're invited to attend a special remembrance service honoring those Americans who have given their lives in the defense of our liberty. The remembrance service will take place immediately following the parade today at the Dearborn War Memorial, located right here next to City Hall at the corner of Michigan Avenue and Schaefer. Offering remarks during the service will be Dearborn Mayor John B. O'Reilly Jr., as well as today's Parade Grand Marshal, Ambassador Charles A. Ray, and Special Grand Marshal Major Christopher Stone. Once again, the Dearborn Allied War Veterans Council and the City of Dearborn would like to thank the following for their support of today's parade: Dearborn Federal Savings Bank, Ford Motor Company, East Downtown Development Authority, the Dearborn Inn, Luxury Limousine, Habib's Cuisine, Kroger at Michigan and Greenfield, Michael Strong Manager, and all the other groups that made donations to support today's parade. Next up, we have the Dearborn Outer Drive Kiwanis Club and Dearborn High School Fordson High School Key Club. The members and families of the Dearborn Outer Drive Kiwanis Club and their youth groups, the Key Clubs of Dearborn and Fordson High Schools, proudly honor our U.S. military heroes and their families. We salute them for their sacrifice and service. The Dearborn Outer Drive Kiwanis Club focuses on helping children, highlighting Safety Town because it's a premier children's safety program. This club also helps young adults, handicapped adults, senior citizens, and veterans. Now passing in review the Friends for the Dearborn Animal Shelter. They're led by Elaine Green. The Friends for the Dearborn Animal Shelter are honored for this opportunity to pay tribute to those who died in service to our country. Escorting their four-legged canine friends today are supporters, staff, and volunteers from the Dearborn Animal Shelter.
Very good.
Some of these playful pups are available for adoption. These spokes dogs are here today representing their friends, both cats and dogs, that are at the Dearborn Animal Shelter waiting for their new forever families to adopt them. You can visit them on parade online 24/7 at dearbornanimals.org. Next up, passing the reviewing stand, Lebanese American Heritage Club, led by Suhaila Amen. The Lebanese American Heritage Club would like to extend its sincere appreciation to those who have given themselves for this nation. Today and every day, they honor veterans and the memory of those who have given their lives the last full measure of devotion. Because of their sacrifice, they can walk with their heads held high and be proud to say that they are Arab Americans.
Can I get a peanut?
Next up, passing in review, the Divine Child High School Band under the direction of Mr. Robert Bush. The band was awarded Best Band this past year and has performed in America's Thanksgiving Day Parade in Detroit, as well as Disney World's Magic Kingdom Main Street Parade, and has traveled to Chicago, Toronto, Washington, D.C., and New York City to perform. Club of Dearborn, Dennis Scanlon, President. The Exchange Club of Dearborn, founded in 1925, is a service organization with a dynamic, caring group of men and women volunteers who take an active role in helping make a positive difference in the Dearborn community. Today, the Exchange Club is honoring the members of the club who have served their country, as well as all veterans and those currently serving, as well as their families. Now passing in review, we have the Dearborn Goodfellows. The Dearborn Goodfellows help out throughout the Dearborn community. Most notably known for their newspaper sales. We have Mr. Sunshine the Clown. Horace Nelson, also known as Mr. Sunshine the Clown, is an 8-year Army veteran who has marched many years in our parade to honor our service members who gave the ultimate sacrifice so we may have the freedom to gather on a beautiful May morning and laugh at a clown. Next up, we have the Kiwanis Club of Dearborn. The Kiwanis Club of Dearborn has been serving the community since 1928. The club has donated all peanut sale proceeds back into the Dearborn community and the immediate surrounding communities. The Kiwanis Club of Dearborn appreciates the citizens of Dearborn and their generosity during the peanut sales in September each year. They give you a big thank you. Leading our third division, the Edsel Ford High School Band, Mike Calazaz, director. Now passing in review, National Miss Captivating 2012-2013, Allison Warcall, the current National Miss Captivating, riding to show her support to the men and women who have given their lives to protect our freedom, and also in the memory of her great-grandfather, Joel Moriano, a World War II veteran. We also have Miss Lighthouse Coast, the current title holder, Lauren Allen. Lighthouse Coast pageant is a proud local preliminary to the Miss Michigan pageant. Lauren salutes all the veterans for their sacrifices today.
More than that, you're my son, so pick it up double.
We have the 2013 USA Ambassador Miss Michigan Queens, along with Sickles Dance Academy. They're led by Christine Sickle. Students of Sickles Dance Gallery are dancing to the music of Prince entitled America. Dancers range in age from 3 to 17 years. Dancers from Sickles participate in community theater events, school plays, cheerleading, sports, and extracurricular activities. Please welcome Anna Dye, the Distinguished Young Woman of Michigan 2013. Anna is being driven in a restored 1931 Ford Roadster driven by Dearborn resident Ray Andrusak. Anna was awarded this title along with $3,500 college scholarship this past January. This program is open to any graduating senior young woman in the state of Michigan. Next up, leading off our Cub Scout packs, Cub Scout Pack 1111 from Cherry Hill Presbyterian Church. Their leader is Lisa Levy.
Thanks, Chief.
Next up, we have Scout Pack 1112, led by Tom Stechow. Young men from Cub Scout Pack 1112 are walking, handing out apples to the parade crowd today. Cub Scout Pack 1112 is chartered through the First United Methodist Church of Dearborn. Lindbergh Elementary Cub Scout Pack 1116, led by Randy Frank. Cub Scout Pack 1116 has been registered scout organization of the Lindbergh PTA for over 60 years. Today they are marching with a Huey helicopter float and decorated push carts. Pack 1116 would like to thank all our veterans for the freedom we enjoy today. Next up, Cub Scout Pack 1117 from Duval Elementary. Their leader is Paul Boyce. The pack is chartered by the Duval Elementary PTA. Pack 1117 will never forget the prisoners of war missing in action and their families.
Go catch up first. Philip, hurry up and go catch up.
Next up, we have Snow Elementary Cub Scout Pack 1148. Led in today's parade by Assistant Cub Master Joe Adams. As Cub Master of Pack 1148, I take pride in having the honor of announcing this parade for the past 11 years. On behalf of the pack, we salute our brave men and women. Next up, the Divine Child High School Divine Child Cub Scout Pack 1151, led by Jim Carielli. The pack has been active in their mission of molding future leaders for close to 60 years. Leading our Boy Scout Troop 1127 from Sacred Heart School, Scoutmaster Gary Tanner. Troop 1127 proudly honors our fallen heroes by marching in their honor each Memorial Day. Troop 1127 also conducts an annual Veterans Memorial Service at Mount Kelly Cemetery each Memorial Day. We also have Cub Scout Pack 1127 from Sacred Heart School. Their leader is Cub Master Brent Richards. 1127 are very active in community service projects ranging from conservation and beautification to collecting, packaging, and sending items to our men and women in the military. Now we're starting out with our Girl Scouts, Sacred Heart Girl Scouts, led by Josie Kaninsky. Sacred Heart has multiple Girl Scouts that include daisies, brownies, and juniors. Henry Ford Elementary Girl Scout Troop and Hague Elementary Girl Scout Brownies Troop as well. Howard Elementary Girl Scout Brownies Troop, and the O.L. Smith Middle School Marching Band Eric Shea Director. Division, the Monsignor Schulte Assembly 492 Knights of Columbus with the Color Guard, led by Commander Sir Knight Don Brzezowski. The meaning of the colors of the Color Corps. Gold is for the Master of the District, green is for the Marshal, purple for the Commander of his unit, white for the Navigator of the Assembly, and red for the Color Corps Mem. The train and van are transporting senior members of the KFC Assembly 492. Next up, we have the Bishop Foley Knights of Columbus, number 2660, led by Grand Knight Lawrence Szymanski. The Bishop Foley Council was founded in 1927 and named in honor of the first American Bishop of Detroit, Bishop John S. Foley, who served the Diocese of Detroit from 1881 through 1918. Next up in today's parade, the St. Clement Roman Catholic Church, led by their pastor, Father Charles Fontana. St. Clement Roman Catholic Parish in East Dearborn remembers our veterans. The church was founded in 1927 and is still going strong. Next up, we have the Father Patrick O'Kelly Knights of Columbus, number 3860. Father O'Kelly Knights of Columbus is a Catholic fraternal organization that has been involved in the community for over 50 years, and they look forward to continuing that support. Their council was chartered on June 15, 1954, and was named in honor of the missionary of Dearborn and the surrounding area, Father Patrick O'Kelly. Passing in review, the Fordson High School Band, Scott Guthrie, Director. Members from the Dearborn Historical Museum and the Dearborn Historical Commission, led by Jack Tate. This year, the Dearborn Historical Museum features 4 historic Ford Motor Company vehicles, a 1916 and 1922 Model T, a 1930 and 31 Model A. The vehicles are accompanied by members of the Sergeant John S. Cosby Camp, number 427, Sons of the Union Veterans of the Civil War. The Civil War in the U.S. was fought from 1861 to 1865, and it is in the 3rd year of its sesquicentennial. This group will be back on History Hill this year as part of Dearborn's homecoming. Next up, we have the Henry Ford, America's greatest history attraction. It was established in 1929 by Henry Ford and provides a unique educational experience based on authentic objects, stories, and lives from America's traditions of ingenuity, resourcefulness, and innovation. The Henry Ford is represented today by members of the historical presenter staff wearing period dress, representing many of the eras depicted at Greenfield Village. In addition, they're featuring a 1931 Ford Model AA bus, a Ford Model T touring car, and one of their own horse-drawn omnibuses. For more information, visit thehenryford.org. Now passing the reviewing stand, the Dogmatic Canine Drill Team under the direction of Dan Morris. The Canine Drill Team from Dogmatics is made up of 20-plus members that have been training their dogs for several years at Dan Morris Training in Livonia. Some members of the group are also certified therapy dogs, permitting them to go into hospitals for pet therapy with patients. Not only does the group perform at several local parades, they also put on obedience demonstrations at local retirement homes and schools. Next in today's parade, we have the Voran Funeral Home. Their leader is Elena Voran Keating. Years ago, it was common for funeral homes to also have an ambulance service, which was the case for Voran. The Voran ambulance service was in operation from 1951 to 1971. The 1969 Oldsmobile ran for 2 years before the funeral home discontinued the ambulance service. The Dearborn Sail and Power Squadron, led by Commander Suzanne Rayburn. For 60 years, the Dearborn Sail and Power Squadron has served the local communities through boating education, fraternal and civic activities. The Honor Guard leading today's procession carry the U.S. flag, the U.S. Power Squadron ensign, and the Squadron Burgee. The Dearborn Sail and Power Squadron proudly honors and salutes all former POWs, those still missing in action, and all of our servicemen and women who protect our freedom and our country. Next up, we have the Special Olympics of Dearborn. The mission of Special Olympics is to provide year-round sports training and athletic competition in a variety of Olympic-type sports for children and adults with intellectual disabilities, giving them continuing opportunities to develop physical fitness, demonstrate courage, experience joy, and participate in a sharing of gifts, skills, and friendship with their families, other Special Olympic athletes in the community. Luxury Limousine Incorporated salutes American veterans and those who died in service to our country. Now passing the reviewing stand, PKSA Karate Dearborn. Members are marching in honor of those who serve our country and who have lost their lives fighting to do so. There are 25 locations in the state of Michigan, with several locations in Metro Detroit, including one right here in Dearborn. Each PKSA location provides the most professional and experienced instruction in the art of Tang Sudo. For more information about a school near you, go to pksa.com. Your journey to black belt begins here. Passing by in review, Beatty's Mongolian Grill from Dearborn, led by Keith Rossi. The staff of Beatty's wish to pay respect to the fallen soldiers on this Memorial Day. Now passing in review the Laurie Middle School and Salina Intermediate School bands. Jennifer Pagowski and Celeste Reed, directors. Ford salutes American veterans. Drivers are members of the Ford Veterans Network Group, the red, white, and blue, representing the colors of America. Red, driven by Dan Dutterstadt, white, Ed Hogan, and the blue, truck by Brad Tripp. Let's give a big hand to all of our servicemen and women for what they do for us every day. And also a hand to the 2013 parade participants for a great parade today. Once again, please join us for the remembrance service near the War Memorial here at City Hall immediately following today's parade.